What if people fall in love of your product and service? So the sale is an actual, natural and flowing process that is not forced, but is actually enjoyable? That's exactly what we want with product validation, a fundamental part of your business that, of course, is crucial for our market launch, and that's why we have taken very, very seriously. In this video, I'm gonna give you 3 practical advices for validation in your business, for your market launch, or for anything that you need, because it's something very important. First, it's not about you, it's about people wanting or needing your product or service. This is fundamental because I believe that it's a common mistake of business owners. We tend to fall in love with what we do of our offer because we put too much dedication, energy, and love into it. We think too much all the different steps to create our offer, to make it as good as we can. Sometimes we forget about what people actually need or want. So validation is simply asking people what they want, what they need, delivering it, and see if they are able to pay it. So it's fundamental for your business strategy because it's actually understanding if what you are creating, what you are developing is something that people want or need, if there is demand for it. That's crucial, basic principle of economics. If there is demand, there must be supply. So how can we just focus on supply if we don't know if there is demand for it? So if you think about it, validation is simply the core fundamental principle of the exchange. Now what we want is to deliver value, something that is from the heart, connected from the heart. Why? Because we are creating sustainable businesses that are conscious. We don't destroy the planet with creating stuff that people don't need. We want to create products and services that are really fitting to what people need and want. That's why we do validation, and it's so important. It's about them, it's not about you. The second idea is that validation is always an ongoing process. This means that failure is completely normal and happens naturally. If you fail at validation, first of all, you don't call it that you fail. Simply, you have assumptions that were met or not, like hypotheses in science. When you are a researcher, you create hypotheses to validate your theories, and you test those hypotheses. And the hypotheses can be met or not. They are falsified or not. Simple as that. You don't have this big personal feeling that, oh my God, my hypothesis was not met. Oh my God, it's horrible. No, you simply have to stand up, create a new hypothesis, and test again. That is exactly what happens in business. But we call this assumptions. We call this an ongoing validation process in which you think about something, you test specifically what you want to know, you ask people, and then you check if those assumptions are correct or not. In case they are correct, great, you keep going. In case they are not, well, you go back, step back, create a new assumption, and validate again. Every single big brand, small brand, medium brand does validation and has to do validation because the market changes, people change, we change. So we cannot expect that if we have a fixed offer, fixed price, people are going to have that forever. There are competitors out there. So even big brands like Instagram, Facebook, Tesla, Booking, whatever, they have to validate their products, their offer constantly. So for us business owners, it's also important because we don't have the big budgets of these brands. So we simply need to be very organized with these assumptions, test them, verify them, and integrate them in our process. Third advice, how to do it. The most important thing that we have been doing for our market launch started a long time ago. This is not a process that you expect in 1 day, in 2 days. That's also a common mistake that I have seen in business owners, that they come up with a product, they want to sell it, they don't sell it for some reason, they get sad, frustrated, and then they want to stop the business. I've seen that very often. People take very personal that people don't want to buy their product or service. But there are many, many steps on the way that you need to validate before knowing that a product or service is not really wanted, or there is no demand for it. That's why we need to be systematic in the process of validation. I give you an example. We're about to launch our project, our Mompreneurs Society on the 10th of September. We have been validating many things for many months. My small boy was 2 months old when I started officially to document the process of validation of that project. There were many things before that I did, but officially I started to test assumptions, to put them on paper, and to actually make a study for each of one of those assumptions when he was 2 months old. Why? Because I had it in my head, I had it in my heart, that it was in me. I didn't know exactly how the market was going to react. I still don't know. It's always a risk. So the first thing I did, I have that documented on my Instagram, also on LinkedIn, everywhere. It was my market research. I started asking moms, asking people, what was the situation about? Many things in a very general terms. So I could gather a general understanding of what was going on and how I could adapt, what I could deliver to what people really need. That was the first thing I did. I presented the results, and then the big insight I got from that was so important that I had to take a step back and say, I have to think this better. What I'm offering is not exactly giving the right scope, because that's what I want, that is my vision, but this is what is happening. So I have to do something else. I have to do something about that. That's why I took the time, said, let's gather more information. And since then, I'm always doing that. I'm trying to see, okay, what if we do this? What if we do that? Step back. What if? So for all these months, we have actually tried to understand what moms need to create and develop the business. And now we are ready to test our big project in a way to feel if it's exactly the right fit. Maybe we're wrong, and that's okay. We don't know, actually. Yeah, we have put our hearts, our minds, our best abilities to deliver an offer that we feel is what people want. But maybe we're wrong. And nothing happens. Yeah, we will have one project. It's amazing. I really hope it's going to work. We're putting too much heart into it, but it's a project. It's a brand. It's going to be a community-based project. We're going to help, hopefully, thousands of people, millions, hopefully. But we don't have to take it personally. It's an assumption. We're going to see how people like it. What is it about? And then we decide, okay, actually we have been doing in the last 2 months very intense way to validate the specific offer. And we have gotten great results. So far it's doing great. So I'm very confident. I think it's something very needed, very wanted. I haven't gotten a single negative comment saying like, oh my God, you're totally off. What are you thinking? No, I haven't. Of course, that doesn't guarantee that it's going to be 100% there, because nobody is going to guarantee you that. Nobody. Even in science, when we have a theory, that we got it. Maybe the next day something happens and you have to change. So that is the beauty of trying to pursue something. Maybe you will never get there. That's not the point. The point is trying, adapting, and enjoying the process of creating value for someone else that is delivered from your heart to someone else. That's the beauty. So as you can see, I'm very excited about our launch. I'm very excited about the response of the community to so many months of hard work, of our process, our ideas. And I'm very grateful with you if you are watching right now until this point. Please share your thoughts, comment, like, subscribe. That means a lot for us. And stay tuned, because we are launching very soon and you will know what this all is about. And you can tell us if you like. Keep being inspired.